Two, to establish real estate division, to acquire land and sublet it out with the views that the members shall eventually be the owners in fee sample in fee simple, except, however, that the land be acquires should not be disposed of unless and until this corporation hold it. This is a little so many concepts in this particular paragraph. Let me just surmise it for time's sake. Okay, right? Uh, to establish real estate. And in that real estate, we want the memberships to have ownership of the land. And that if they want to dispose of the land, that they have to come through UCU before they can dispose of the land or move from one piece to a next piece. Basically, this is what I understand. But basically, the land, the membership of the union own the land. Hold it. Membership of the union, the land is provided for them to use. Now, I don't know as time goes on, if we get 1,000 acres, some benefactor, how we would begin to really, subdivide that up, or how, what the qualifications would be to be a membership, to be a member and have ownership of the land. I think that's something in the future that will be worked out through the governing body and the membership. You know, the next thing the objective of the union is to acquire and dispose of properties in town, country, and any other location. Fourthly, to render assistance in sickness and other distresses like that the system that we encounter in our life. Let me not go there, right? Uh, to secure legislation. We have to have this lobbying group. We have to have conscious people going to the legislature and at least confronting them on the law, and that's important. That a group of people in a union begin to do that. To establish and incorporate by itself or with others credit unions, banks, financial institutions, to include insurance companies, right? So that's essentially our objective. Our mission statement is this: the purpose of this union is to unify and empower the people of the Virgin Islands and the Caribbean, home and abroad, through Afrocentric educational, economical, and agricultural means by creating a system of human equality with the governing principles of one, know yourself for your greatest harmonious potential. Two, love. Three, balance. Four, harmony. Five, order. Six, truth. Seven, righteousness. Eight, justice. And nine, reciprocity. So important. And 10, freedom. And for me, all of those encompass freedom. Once we can do those as a people, then certainly we will be free. And that's what our union is about, briefly. Is anything else you'd like to add to me? There's always things to add.
Yes. As far as membership, like who can become a member of Umoja Caribbean Union? Well, to qualify for membership, the applicant, any person of legal adult age in accordance to Virgin Island statute, irrespective of skin color, financial status, beliefs, disability, and or gender, must file an application in writing. Such application must be signed by the applicant or marked by an X. So, so we do have disabled individuals in our community, so who may not be able to sign, so they can, write an X or be witnessed at least by two Umoja Caribbean Union officials. And then upon payment of the required entrance fees, the applicant becomes a member of Umoja Caribbean Union. So there's a one-time entrance fee of $15. And then based on what category you fall on, for example, if you're general members, It varies, starting as low as $3 a month to $5. And that particular category, if you are unemployed and receive
Retired.
honored, yeah,
Hmm.
honored income, such as like being a
Hmm.
retired,
Hmm.
a pension that you're receiving, you could be self-employed,
Yeah.
you know, yeah. So
Anyone. Mhm.
now, if you fall on the other category, which is the bargaining unit category, that one requires more information, such as like you would have to petition and show that a group of employees are in need of representation. So based on your gross pay, a percentage of that amount will go for your monthly dues.
Is it comparable to the other unions that are coming from the states in terms of the percentage? Like I saw 0.55%, I believe.
For example, like that's
Yeah.
weekly. If the person
Yeah.
is being paid being paid on a weekly basis, that's one way that we could receive it.
Mhm.
But 0.55% of their weekly gross pay,
Okay.
or 1.1% of their biweekly gross pay, or 2.365% of their monthly gross pay. So I would say, for comparing with other
Union. Hmm.
labor unions,
Hmm.
that and headquarters, right,
Hmm.
are in are not in the Virgin Islands, a percentage of their dues leave the territory, whereas the percentage that you pay remains here in the territory.
And that's very important.
Exactly, 100% remains in the territory, so that it can circulate here and support businesses,
Growth.
our
Growth.
businesses, our
That's right.
growth.
That's
Exactly.
right.
So that's the unique thing about our
And
organization.
the other thing, psychologically, right, there's always benefits with unity. Unity, whenever you put your little pennies together in your family, you're right, and you plan a family trip, or you do something together with the family. That's so important, and it's so fun when you get there and accomplish what you do, what you've planned. Same thing with organization, and same thing with this union. Once we get this move, this as it moves, as we as we move ourselves. Let me say it right. As we move ourselves to com- to help and assist each other in thought and in action. Right? Put our money where our mouth is, and our spirit, because that's what it takes. It takes the will to do the union within yourself. And as we do that, we will manifest what we design.
Right, and saying that too, members' participation is so much encouraged. So
Vitally needed. I mean,
yes, yeah, yes. So it's like,
right,
what can we do with the dues that we are receiving, that
right,
we pay
right,
into?
right.
What can we do? So that's where members' participation is very much needed.
Absolutely.
And not only that, there are various committees that fall under our department. So education, for example, we have the Public Affairs Committee. This is what we're doing right now. Part of what
Mhm.
Public Affairs Committee is responsible for, dissemination of information.
In our newspaper.
Yeah, by way of
Yeah.
newsletters or newspapers,
Mhm.
like we do have, and this is November's newspaper. We'll get into that shortly.
Mhm.
So social medias, etc. So if you're interested, if this is what you love to do, writing, or being on air on the radio, then yeah, this is for you, basically. Then there's the research committee, falls under education again, and that one is responsible for creating a database of information for all areas of UCU's
Yeah.
interest. So it's like cataloging information, have a library, a collection, So
Yeah.
if you're into researching information, this is an area definitely I would recommend that you be a part of. And then we have the home gardening committee under agriculture, which is responsible for using researched information to demonstrate creating a garden or gardens and conducting community outreach activities. And we'll get into what happened today, actually.
Yes.
And then under the Labor Department, we have the Bargaining Unit Committee, which is responsible for negotiating better working conditions, fair wages, and other areas in which a group of employees are in need of representation. And under that department also is the Skills Committee, which is responsible for identifying skilled individuals or groups to conduct workshops and training. So that particular committee too is the Skills Committee, in conjunction with the Home Gardening Committee. We actually had a workshop today. Yeah, so those are ways that you can participate as members and be involved. Yeah, and definitely. So
Today.
yeah, so let's go. Yes, we need to highlight our sponsors. You know, without you, this newspaper wouldn't be made possible. Okay, sharing the information so people could know who you are or what what the sponsors here are all about, and just supporting our local economy. So
Yes.
from left to right, or
Go
where do you
ahead.
want to
Go ahead.
start?
Go ahead.
Okay, so Right Way Service Station, and we have a renewal of giving our allowing our members discounts at various businesses. So we just renew a couple of them. So I'll highlight who they are right now as we are waiting feedback from the others. Okay, but Right Way Service Station. ATM, pay at the pump, cold beer, liquor discounts are offered, and it's locally owned, located at 35A La Grande Princess. It's red and yellow. So this is one place
It's one
our
of the
members.
newer gas stations, isn't it? Right there in
Yes.
Princess.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes, and this is a place where our members could actually receive discounts. And then on the right side, I guess I tell Trinity Health is Wealth, and that's Niga's place, where you get natural foods, natural drinks, sea moss, passion fruit, raspberry, tamarind, cucumber, and he's located at 429 King Street, Fredericksted. And
Yes.
yeah, you can place your order, call in advance at 340-772-1414. He's also another location that our members receive discounts.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's been holding it down for years. You know, it's has an several excellent vegan and vegetarian food selection. That's Alma's, right? Alma's, 53A King Street, Fredericksted, St. Croix, right there at within the third block, coming down King Street, right? Going, going west, sort of west northwest or so. At Alma's, there's oil, shea butter, there's coconut butter, there's natural deodorants, toothpaste, there's oils, there's incense. He has a large selection of fragrance oils, some essential oils, and clothing. See some beautiful African print and African clothing at Alma's, right there on King Street, 3A King Street. Her number is, contact her at 340-332-3557 or 340-473-4896. Alma's, right there. Hey, it's a great. I buy all my incense there. She makes her own incense, and she makes other things. She's a very talented lady. It's from Dominica, and hey, it's a blessing for to have her in the community doing what she's doing. Get some Dominican castor bean oil there too, Sean. It's very excellent for skin and for other things.
So definitely check out Alma.
Yes, yes. Studio 413 Salon and Spa, specializing in what is that?
Natural hair care
natural
and
hair
skin
care.
care. Yes, yes.
Yes, natural hair care and wow, at Barron Spot Mall, Suite 107, Christiansted, St. Croix. You know where that is? Right there at the Barron Spot, where hey, that's they have a number of, of other natural independent and self independent um, business people. And that's so important. That's so important in our communities.
We will let the businesses know who are listening or watching us how you can actually have your business be mentioned,
Yes,
or advertise in our newspaper or our
we could
online
actually go there and what broadcast from there sometime at some point.
Yes.
Mhm. Listen, Studio 413, the number is 340-60690-6046. That's Salon and Spa, Studio 413. And it's located where? Barron Spot Mall, right?
And there is an email address also,
Okay.
salonspa.studio413 at gmail.com.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's salonspa.studio413 at gmail.com.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that Raquel there in that picture?
Um, I don't think
I
so.
don't think so.
No. Raquel's Fashion, accessories and wear. Yes, and she's open online, especially if not if you come to her store and she's not there, check out her online. And her online store is www.raquelsfashion.net. That's RAQUELLSFASHION.net. And her phone number is 321 let me repeat that, 321-370-7991. Raquel's Fashion. And she's also located in the town of Frederickstead, 53 A King Street, shop number 5.
Number 5, yes.
And then there's Nestor's.
There's Nestor's retail and liquor. Right. Nestor has so many things in his store, from tourist items to boots. I mean, he has all kind of things. Also, he is very, what would you say, technologically, um, what is that, fluent? or anyway, the point is that you can go there to get your gadgets. You can go there to get your extensions, your batteries, your things that you need for your electronic equipment. Right? Plus, so much other things that are there. It's actually to tour his store is an experience, and that's what check it out. Serious. The number is 340-475-1896.
Well, that's a 3.
Is it a 3?
473.
473. Area code 340-473-1896. Thank you, Shannon, for that. You know, yeah.
Well, that's what we do. Look out for each other. That's what we're supposed to do, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
And then we have the number 1 spot on island to play pool. Right.
Yes.
That's A&L Billards. That's professional billards. And they're located at 145 VI Courtland on East Airport Road. Um, they're open Wednesday to Sundays, 4 p.m. to 1 o'clock a.m. That's right. So if you can't sleep, in those late hours and you just want to go out and, what, go check them out, okay? And learn the game of pool. There are some real professionals out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
It's an excellent game. It's an excellent game, really.
yeah, so I've been trying a bit. So you can contact them, at 340-220-5133, and they're on Facebook at STX Sacred Billards. Okay, so they're on Facebook, and we are back. I know for those who have been following us, we've been here, but actually, Anubian Sun Gathering was closed practically for the whole month of October.
3 weeks.
Okay, so and that's where we are broadcasting at Olu's Place, which is Anubian Sun Gathering. So
and
go right ahead.
Before we get started, I'd like to give this. This is a discount. I guess it's acknowledged that I would be willing to give a $5 discount to all the membership that come and purchase an item or a cleansing program from store. So
Awesome.
I like to submit that to Prez and get that in the official books so that
Mhm.
we can, continue our discounts for our members.
All right, so you
The
heard it
benefits.
live. You heard it live, members. You can get your discount here at the Anubian Sun Gathering, and please
Yes.
let the people know what to expect, what type of services.
What I specialize in is intercellular cleansing of the body through 7 healing arts as a preventive illness system. You put the system into your life and it assists your physical, emotional, mental to help build the spiritual body. Because essentially that's what we're here for, to build the spiritual body so that we can do what we need to do in the spirit, like we do what we need to do in the physical body, right? So, a Nubian Sun is a place where you can come and get cleansers, nourishers, and rejuvenators to assist this process of returning to ourselves, returning to our ancestral traditions of healing ourselves. During the plantation era, um, Shalima, we didn't have any doctors. They didn't allow us to be their doctors. Use their doctors. We did. We had to use our intuition, our knowledge, and from our our environment. Because there were a lot of indigenous people that, as time went on, integrated and into the indigenous population and gained the knowledge of herbs, leaves, roots, flowers, colors, vibrations, and water. So that's what brought us here. Our ancestors that were able to stay alive long enough, and of course here in Tubman, had a great deal to do with that. And others that are unsung and unheard of, right? But that we know it wasn't just here at Tubman. It was others that helped others to leave slavery. Like we're doing this, and that's a part of what the union is about.
Yeah.
Leaving slavery in a certain kind of way, you know. But that's what we're offering at Anubian Sun. The number is 340-227-7412. And
Location.
the location is 53 King Street in the Little Leaders Court Mall where I Tall Trinity is and where Raquel's
Raquel's.
Fashions
Mm-hmm.
are and where a couple other people are. But we have an opportunity here to really develop ourselves through ourselves, from ourselves, and our ancestral tradition. So the union, I like to commend all the people that started this union and are building a union for our people and the Caribbean and the world. So that's what we have in Nubian Sun, and our hours are Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, 7 to 11. And we're located right in the front where there used to be a smoothie. A brother used to run a smoothie place right there in front, right next to the bicycle shop. So give us a visit and see what we can do. Enter our consultation. My consultation fee is $10 for everyone. So I'm trying to make it reachable for all of us to improve and prevent illness. Prevention is better than cure. So thank you for your attention.
Awesome. And thank you again for giving our members a discount. So
Yes.
it's very important. And you see, and this is the thing, this is a local based. The headquarters, our headquarters is here on Island St. Croix in the Virgin Islands, and we support our local businesses. And
Absolutely.
yeah. So again, thank you.
Yes.
Oh, what is the time?
Thank you
Because
too.
I know there's so much information to share, but I know we won't complete it. So please go and get your newspaper.
Yes, download them.
Yes, available on our website at www.ucu.webs.com and on our Facebook page, Umoja Caribbean Union Inc. Departments. Go to file and download November's newspaper and the front page. Never forget whose shoulders we stood on to
Yes.
get where we are today.
Yes. Yes.
So we highlighted David Hamilton Jackson Day. All right. So please, 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 if you we started off briefly talking
Yes.
about that day, so we
Yes.
can
Let's
go
continue.
in. Yes. Uh-huh.
Yesterday, let me tell you. Let me share this with the listening audience and everyone on Facebook. We had 7 young sisters that volunteered and want to do a dance. They were into doing some other dancing, yes, but they wanted to do a dance for David Hamilton Jackson. And so we hooked up a choreographer, my daughter, to be exact, and practiced and performed yesterday for the celebration of D. Hamilton Jackson. And all that land mass right there in the Grove, all of that was, it was because of he and labor union. That's where people are living today. So, point is that it was a wonderful experience, and that showed me something that the young people are, they're getting their head on. Some of the older people maybe are too, but the younger people are getting their head on, and they wanted to do something for him, and we really appreciate that. We were honored to drum for them.
Awesome.
Yes, yes.
And that is the significance of David Hamilton Jackson Day is a legal holiday, and prior to it being named David Hamilton Jackson Day, it was Liberty Day, and
Right.
David Hamilton Jackson. Um, so much information. I can't spill it all out today, but there are collections of the newspaper
And there's
that
DVDs.
the Herald. The
Yes,
Herald
the
was
Herald.
a
Yes,
newspaper that
yes.
he published.
Created. Yes,
Exactly,
yes.
and it was declared in that newspaper um, as of like November 1st is declared Liberty Day,
Hmm.
and the collection is available, so you can see a lot, okay, of the Herald back in the days 1915 to be exact.
Yes.
St. Croix Labor Union was created, and David Hamilton Jackson was the co-founder and the first president of that labor union. And as was mentioned, Grove Place, where one of the activities was held at, is I think the
And it's held
first.
there every year, right?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes, yes.
The first area that
Hmm.
was purchased by St. Croix Labor Union
Hmm.
for its members. Okay, so a community of union members of St. Croix Labor Union um, owned such properties, and then later on, of course, their offsprings, and there is even a property. It's a building. It's called on the outside. It's called St. Croix Mutual Homes, but on record, it is called St. Croix Labor Union, okay? Mutual Homes. So this is like, it's not being shown to the public, and it's people are unaware of this fact that this labor union, the St. Croix Labor Union, actually had um, housing for its members,
Hundreds of
and
people.
it still exists, but
That's
they're
right.
hiding that information. So I'm going to just share the website that you could get this
Yes,
information,
please
because
do.
as I said, there's a lot of information in this newspaper that due to the time situation we can't really go in depth into it, but go to www.letusunite.webs.com, and there you will get information about the properties. You will get information, and I'm going to highlight it because that was shown yesterday at UCA.
Yes.
Some interviews that I did of some individuals in our community regarding David Hamilton Jackson.
A wealth of information.
Yes.
Well,
So it's on YouTube actually. So if you go to that website, click on the video, you will see it. Yes, remembering the past to strengthen our future.
hmm,
So that was shown at UCA yesterday, and give thanks to UCA again for allowing the showing to take place there. And it's just a lot of information, and knowledge is power. I just love that. Knowledge is power, and it's time for us And I'm glad that the young people
Yes.
was willing to do something in honor of David Hamilton Jackson. That
Yes.
more young people
Yes. Yes.
and more people on a whole who either were born here in St. Croix or in the Caribbean, or if you're African descendant, you should get this type of knowledge. Okay,
Absolutely.
it's there for us to know because
Absolutely.
others are aware of it, and it's sad that it's it's not being used.
It does so much for the psyche. It does so much for your self-esteem and your
Mm.
self-concept. When you see when you see your ancestors and what they've done, that lets you know that you have that capability. And if you like them and follow them, then that's what I suggest. Pick out an ancestor and research it and follow him or her, and just because though we are our ancestors without a doubt, incarnated. It just yeah. There's a lot of controversy about that, but hey, when you lived as long as I have, I've seen some things, and we can go into it another time. But certainly, we are our ancestors without a doubt. It's just to act it out and to be who you are. And that's what the union is about, again, unifying people to be who we are from our definitions, from where we are coming from. And we have a wealth of information to draw from.
Well, saying that, right?
Yes, look at that.
We have November's
Personage.
calendar,
And
and courtesy of Yucca Africa House.
mm-hmm.
Okay, so you can check that out. And we won't go through the whole calendar, but we can definitely do a couple like today and probably when is next Saturday is the um what day is the second?
Today is the second.
So
Yes.
probably till the night. So we could go probably till the seventh. Let's do till the seventh.
Okay.
Yeah. So from the first to the seventh. Yeah.
Well, we talked about David Hamilton Jackson, but you can never give him enough props, really, and historical, because not only being a minister and a journalist and a lawyer, he eventually became a lawyer. Yes, he went to law school, right? This man, an outstanding individual in the Western Hemisphere. One of the ones you can go on a 10, a category of 10 people, and he's one of the 10 that needs to be in that category from my perspective, right?
I agree. I mean, the things that he went through
Yes,
up in
yes,
Denmark,
yes.
for us down here, I mean, oh boy,
Yeah,
some people
right.
probably wouldn't make
They
it.
didn't have the constitution to make it, right? To go through that, you
Mhm.
know. Who's next? On the second, that's today.
Yes, coronation day of His Imperial Majesty Haile Selassie
Mm-hmm.
I, the first,
Yeah.
and Empress Menen, that's
Mm-hmm.
1930 in
Mm-hmm.
Ethiopia.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, there is, and we'll get in that later,
Mm-hmm.
but that's today being recognized.
Yes, on the 4th of November, which is one of my son's birthdays, for Solar Return. Right? Alton Adams, musician, composer, educator, born in Virginia. No, born in the Virgin Islands. Oh, nice. 1889 to 1987. You know, Alton Adams. Alton Adams.
And
I've seen his picture.
okay, he's
Oh,
a
yeah.
musician, right? Yes.
Yeah, musician.
Composer of the Virgin Islands.
National. Um, yeah,
Yeah, All Hail the Virgin
yes.
Islands. Yeah, he composed
The
it.
theme, the anthem, right? Virgin Islands anthem.
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes. Powerful.
And Barack
Good,
Obama
yeah.
elected 44th President of USA, 2008.
That was a phenomenon, and still being revealed to be a phenomenon as things can happen. And the seventh, we're waiting for the seventh.
No, we could do the
Okay.
seventh.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, that's Adelia S. Andrews and Children's Space Mom. Good afternoon, supporter born in NOLA, that Los Angeles, 1914 to 2011. So she transitioned
Yeah,
2011.
11. Yeah, yeah,
Children's Space Mom.
yeah. This is a lady that was at Children's
Support.
Space in Compton, California, right? An elder that gave Uta a lot of support and a lot of guidance, right?
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, this is very, yeah, very powerful. We have powerful individuals, that that are unsung. And that's just who we are, I guess. It's just, as time goes on,
Yes,
we're going to hear
and
it.
exactly. Sometimes we don't tout what I call tout, or we
Hmm.
don't blow our
Hmm.
own horn to
Hmm.
say,
Hmm.
I did this, I did that,
Hmm. Hmm.
and that's okay. But some people would recognize you,
That's
and
right.
as such,
That's right.
definitely she has been recognized. I'm glad that you mentioned Uta from
Yes.
Africa House, because
Yes.
she inspired her. If to
Yes.
do the work that Africa House is doing, then definitely that's very much appreciated.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
Adelia S. Andrews,
Yes.
give thanks.
Yes. Praise and
So yeah,
thanks.
so we will go to our community announcement. Seeing that we have a couple minutes remaining. Um, so Yuka, is it Yuka?
Mhm.
Oh, UCA and UCU. So we had the Remembering the Past to Strengthen Our Future, and that was held yesterday, as was mentioned. And then today, Chant and UCU, we had the How to Build a Box Garden. So that took place, and had
So
a
the
good bit of
size of
numbers.
we were talking about the size. Was it what? How big was
Well, it's a large box garden, I must admit.
it? Was it
But it
like
was demonstrated, and that's the great thing, so those
how
who
to do it?
participated
Hmm.
saw for themselves. And when I was there at the time, I heard a lot of questions
Hmm.
being asked
Hmm.
to the presenter, Mr. Hamilton,
Hmm.
and I'm very grateful that people were engaged, because it's like, you get this information, you take your notes, and then it's like, all right, now I'm going to get my materials that I need, and I'm going to build myself a box garden. So that's the feedback I got from some of the participants. So I want to definitely thank, on behalf of UCU, thank Chant, that's Miss Frandel Gerard and her crew, and our other presenter, Mr. Hamilton, for presenting that. So this actually, and as I was saying earlier, came from the Home Gardeners, UCU's Home Gardeners Committee, and Skills Committee. So also plants were made available, were given to the participants, and we have volunteers there too. So, and skills. So learning how to build a box garden, one acquires that knowledge, that skill. So give thanks again to our members who made this possible, and give thanks again to
Yes,
Chant who
it's
made this
powerful,
possible.
very powerful. That's one of the steps that I was talking about earlier in terms of lifestyle change, in terms of prevention. When you can control the area of the food that you grow, right, through these box gardens, you can have a higher quality of food. If you have a higher quality of food, you have a higher quality of thought. If you have a higher quality of thought, your behavior becomes more in sync with your thought.
Wow. Okay.
So,
Yes, it's almost that time. Even
yes,
the
yes,
even
go,
the
go,
phone
go.
is saying. All right. So then today, November 2nd, 89th anniversary of the coronation of
Yes,
Haile Selassie I Empress Menen is going
yes.
to be held at Yucca at 6 p.m. And it's a free dinner. There will be a showing. So come out with
A
your
DVD showing,
yeah,
yes.
DVD
Hmm.
showing, yes.
Hmm.
So that's Yuka's Kitchen, which is right across from Bodo Park. And I'm gonna be so super quick, because we got press release. And please mark this date down, November 5th. Okay, Tuesday, November 5th, the island of St. Croix. There is a wow, what is this? It's a session regarding lime tree. So the Foundation for Community Development, in conjunction with nonprofit consortium partners, will be hosting a community information session. The foundation and its partners wish to extend an open invitation to the community to participate in the session, to share pertinent updates on the Lime Tree Bay terminals and refinery. scheduled for Tuesday, November 5th at the Great Hall of the University of the Virgin Islands, Albert A. Sheen campus from 5:30 p.m. to 7 o'clock p.m. So definitely people on the island of St. Croix, we have a refinery in our yard, and you need to be there. If those who have been here, like a couple years ago when we had that the release of toxins in the air, then you really need to be there. So please, let me see. If you need further information, contact 340-773-9898, okay? Or visit the website www.stxfoundatation.org. Let's see. One more thing here. There is a petition that is available if you live on the island of St. Croix in the area Mahogany Road, or if you travel to Mahogany Road, and you know how the roads are. It's very terrible. So there's a petition requesting that at least temporary repairs are done until a permanent solution is made. But this is definitely concerning the health and safety of thousands of people who travels there. Okay, so there is a stand right across from Lauette's Museum, and that is where the petition is located. Okay, so in the town of Frederickstead, if you're going out in the forest, quote unquote forest, Mahogany Road, across from Lauette's Museum is a stand, and that's where you can get that petition and sign it. What are the hours? I don't know the hours, but I was told that, and maybe we will get some updated information the next time that we are on. Okay, so yeah, the road need serious repairs. So if they could at least do something, fill up those craters.
They say they're not doing nothing until March, and then that's the order that one of the first meeting I went to was the guy saying that it's scheduled for March, and we're talking about doing something now. That's the deal.
Right. So Facebook people, Facebook audiences, please go on to our online radio so that you can win that prize. And I'm looking for that information. Yes, so it's posted on our Facebook page. To go on our UCU online radio link so that you can possibly win that DVD, that Canine Corn Fest DVD. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna tune out of Facebook Live. Thank you for joining us, and see you next time. It's not posted there, but UCU Talk Show. Peace, peace, peace. And thank you, our YouTube audience. Likewise, you see the information. Link us out on our online radio, and we will share that information so that you could possibly win that
dynamic DVD.
Awesome. All right. Peace out. Okay.
Got 1 minute.
And this one is